Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dale Stonick, Director of Safety here at ACE Doran. I'd like to thank everyone who's joined us today for this call. Just want to give thanks for everyone and everything that's happened this year, and how fortunate we've been, and just appreciate all the support that our agents and drivers have given us this year. Joining me today is Jim Collins, President of ACE Doran. Jim, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, Dale. I'm very well. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Jim. Chad Leiter, Director of Operations. Chad, how are you?
I'm doing well, Dale. Good afternoon, everyone.
And then finally, Lauren Bailey. He's the President of the Owner Operator Advisory Services. Lauren, how are you doing this afternoon?
Doing great. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Lauren. Jim, do you want to get us started today?
Sure. First of all, I want to mention David Lowry is hoping to join us towards the tail end of this call. He had another 2 o'clock, and he wasn't sure what time that was going to end, and he said if he got off of that in time, he would join us. So hopefully David will be able to join us today. But at any rate, welcome and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I can't believe we're late into November. This year, with all of its craziness, has just absolutely flown by. This last quarter, it seems like, in particular. So as always, I just want to say I hope that each of you and your families are staying safe. I know, for me, this COVID thing has really gotten real here in the last month or so. It seemed like for the longest time, I really didn't know anybody personally that was affected by COVID. But this most recent spike, that certainly has changed. Got several people in my personal life that are fighting it, and there's quite a few people throughout the Bennett family that are also fighting COVID, and some significant people in the ACE Doran family as well. So again, just speaking for me personally, over the last 3 weeks, it's really gotten to be a whole different story, and it's striking a lot closer to home. So I hope each of you is doing well, and those that you love are doing well. And I know some of you that I'm referring to, I know you're on the phone, and I don't want to go through a list of names because I didn't ask you if it would be okay to mention you. So for privacy's sake, I won't. But I know several of you are on here, so just know that we're thinking about you and praying for you, and hope that your battle with this is easier than some others have had it. So with that said, just a quick run through on the business and how things are going. Government right now, I think quite a few of the teams are actually home this week for the holidays. So we're a little flat this week, but we expect ample opportunities through the rest of the year. The government is still operating on what they call a continuing resolution, which essentially means they can't spend any more on transportation than they did last year. So we're kind of capped, I guess, if you will. But with that being said, I think December should be fine. And with what appears to be a change in administration, it's hard to say exactly how that will affect things next year. But all in all, I think we feel pretty good about the government and the opportunities there. The wind business, we've had a good month this month, November, in wind. We expect that to drop a little bit in December. For those of you that are on the call that are in the wind division, that's not new to you. It'll quite often slow down in December, but I think the good news is we think we're going to hit the ground running the first of the year, so feel pretty positive about that. Our van division continues to grow. I think we're up maybe north of 60 trucks now, I think. Added another 4 or 5 this week. So Jeff Criley and Chuck and Troy and Paul and the team, everybody's really doing a great job there. I think the combination of the spot market rates right now, paired with the customer opportunities that we've been able to generate, we really have a pretty strong freight mix to offer those guys right now, and guys and gals, and so things are good in the van division. General freight also remains strong. Frankly, our numbers are up unbelievably over budget and over last year. Steel and aluminum are strong. It's really pretty amazing what's going on right now. So there should be plenty of opportunities out there for all the drivers that are available and able to work. And then lastly, I'll mention our power only division. led by our 756 agent down in Louisville with the FedEx business. The peak season on that is literally right around the corner. Shout out to Cindy and Amy here at Ace and Chad. They're doing a fantastic job managing that business here. And quite a few trucks, Ace, Bennett, Roadmasters, Boss Transportation. We've got a lot of trucks involved in that this year, so Power Only is really doing well. So the last thing I'll say across all divisions, and this statistic just amazes me, as of the other day, we're 2 days ago, I think, 8,452 loads north of where we were last year. And when you think, the second quarter was really quite a loss, particularly April and May. The fact that we're up over by today, it's well over 8,500, probably 9,000 loads north of where we were last year. So, again, as of, I think it was Monday that I got this report, we're at 50,717 loads for the year. We'll finish well north of 60,000 loads. And just want to say thank you to all of you, all the contractors, drivers, agent, field employees, home office employees. 60,000 loads of freight, getting them all hauled safely, billed, all the things that are involved with that is just a huge effort. So my thanks to all of you for everything you do to keep driving our business like we have. So, Dale, I think I have a couple other things to touch on, but I can get back to that later.
All right, thank you, Jim. I just wanted to comment a little bit on the number you gave us there and the number of loads hauled. When we were doing this back in April, May, I mean, that was uncharted territory. I'd been in transportation for over 20 years, and I don't think anyone's we've faced that type of adversity. Mm-hmm. We didn't know which way we were going, and all of a sudden we rebound. It's just
the way things fell off a cliff in April was like nothing I'd ever seen before, even in 2008, 2009 when things got so bad.
Yeah.
At least in my recollection, I don't remember them just falling off a cliff like they did this year.
Yeah.
And the way that we've rebounded, as you said, is really pretty remarkable, and a credit to everybody that can hear me, which is over 150 people right now. So thanks to all of you.
We were just bracing for the worst and just hoping to get through this year with not any more damage, and just the way to snap back like that is just unbelievable.
It is. Great team effort.
Yep. All right, Jim, star 3 for anyone who has a question or comment that they would like to give to us at the end of the program here. On the safety side, I just wanted to mention a couple of things here. We are moving into the winter season, so we start seeing an uptick with the slip trips and falls, so just a couple of quick reminders to our drivers: when exiting your tractor, always face the cab. Use your 3 points of contact when entering or exiting. Keep your weight evenly distributed so you don't lose your balance. Use shoes with non-slip soles. And then look before you step. That last step could be a slippery one. Some of the other things I want to touch on that I've noticed as far as trending is speeding, especially in Indiana. We got another speeding violation here Sunday. Just looking at the last 10 unsafe violations we've had, 5 of them have been out of Indiana. So please watch your speed in all states, but especially in Indiana. That state is aggressive when it comes to enforcing their speeding requirements and regulations. So just watch for and obey the speed signs. Anticipate lower speed zones in those urban areas, and then keep your speed under control when you're going down a hill. This last speed that happened Sunday, when I spoke with our driver, I looked at what happened via his dash cam, and sure enough, there was a pickup truck going alongside of him, towing some sort of grates. It was going faster than him, but the officer sitting in the median, came out and pulled us over. Obviously, we are the bigger vehicle, and we were the prize catch of the day. So
didn't you say too that it was kind of at the bottom of the hill, plus there was a speed limit change right in that area?
It went from 65 to 60, crest over hill, and started going down a little bit, and the officer was just sitting right there in the median, just kind of ready to go.
And what'd you say, 5 out of 10 have been in Indiana?
Indiana. 2 out of Michigan, or the other 2, Michigan had 2 of them, so I mean there's 7 out of the 10 violations in those states.
So those of you that travel in those areas, please be careful.
Yep, watch
Dale,
the speed zone changes.
Dale, those two states historically have been red states per se, right? Where we see a lot of violations. So,
Yeah.
as everybody is traveling over anytime, but more so over these next several weeks, there's I know traffic volumes have been very low, but they are starting to increase a little bit. So I think I heard a couple of these guys were in the flow of traffic, and there were people going faster than them. But as you've always said, Dale, we're the big target. We got the target on the side of the truck and behind us. So if you have any questions on those hot states, guys, too, that the drivers that are on the line, don't hesitate to reach out. We can provide that information to you through our TMS where violations have occurred. So that could give you always err on the side of caution, but if you need more information, we've got it.
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, I just have to tell you. Go ahead, Lauren.
I was just going to say, just an FYI, here in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri, they're all over the news. So they're saying the patrol is going to be out hot and heavy here, starting today, tomorrow, and Friday. So, and we know who they're looking for. So just be careful.
Chad, I have to tell you, when you said Indiana traditionally has been a red state, I thought we were turning this into a political discussion. I've seen and heard so much of that lately. Is he really going there right now?
Yeah, no, I thought as it was coming out, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get out of that one. If anybody brought up politics,
red state, blue state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all heard enough of that over the last year. So
that's right.
Yeah. Just to kind of illustrate that point, I was looking earlier this morning. In Indiana, we've had 58 roadside inspections, and 23 of them came out from violations. If you compare that to Ohio, we've had like 123 inspections and only 28 violations. So it just shows you kind of how Indiana aggressively goes after commercial drivers, just to illustrate that point. Just to kind of echo a little bit more, we have seen more roadside inspection activity these last 3-4 weeks. We were running really good on cleans. We were doing about 7 out of 10. Now we're down to probably 5 out of 10, 4.5 out of 10. So just another thing to remind everybody, you need to look over your equipment, do your daily vehicle inspections, repair any defects immediately, eliminate those violations with tires and lights. All right. The one other thing I do want to mention, and then we'll have our first drawing here for a gift card. I think Jim was showing me is a $50 gift card.
Yeah, I got four 50s today, and a couple of Flying J, really nice. Our good friend Lee Gentry and our friends at Pilot Flying J. They're actual Yeti brand, big, pretty large coffee mug kind of thing. So
we're rolling large.
Couple Yetis and some $50 gift cards today.
One last thing, I just want to remind our drivers, please do not pull over along the side of the road unless it's emergency breakdown. Use an off-ramp somewhere else to do inspections or whatever you need to pull over for. Just the risk of accident is so significant when you're off on the shoulder and you pick up the speed to get back on. The chance of getting rear-ended is great, and we just want to avoid those type of accidents. It's not worth that risk. So just that's a good reminder. So I'm going to go ahead. Patrick's got 2 that we're going to pull from everyone who's participating right now.
On gift cards or
gift cards? Yes. Yeah, let's start up
gift
with
cards.
Yep. Our first individual is Jerry Rorick. Won a $50 gift card. Jerry, we will get that mailed to you.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, write that down. And then Phil Caton. Good government.
Impede it.
Yep. So, all right. So just a reminder, *3, and I will let Chad go for a little bit.
Get a pen.
Thanks, Dale. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, first and foremost, just want to, the day before the holiday, very thankful for everyone on this call, all of our drivers, agents, and employees. Our good friend at Bennett, Lee Gentry, always says, without you, there's no us. So very thankful for all of you, and thankful for what you've done for us so far this year and will continue to do. As I did last month, I'm going to go over some of our top revenue producers. As Jim stated, he already hit on the government with Doug Hibbs and his team down there, as well as Tony and what they've got going on. So I'll hit on general freight, power only, and van in terms of the top 3 revenue producers there. General freight, it's kind of ironic. We've got Danny Stevens, Frankie Bryan, and Chris Childress. All 3 of those guys have been running for our agent, Stephen Hawk, over the last 2 months, doing some reels. And Stephen's been putting a lot of great opportunity on those 3 guys on the general freight heavy haul side. So thank you, Mr. Hawk, for that. On the van side, Samantha Roman, Robert Morris, and Michael Lunsford. So Troy, Chuck, Jeff, and the gang out there, and Paul, thank you for keeping those trucks rolling. On the power only side, Patrick Kelly, Randy Anderson, and Matt Stump. All of those guys, as Jim mentioned earlier, running FedEx and maybe a little bit of UPS as well. So another shout out to those guys down there at 756, Vic and Jermaine and Mike and Nate, Darlene. All of them I know are what hair they've got left. They're pulling out right now, trying to get more equipment to feed FedEx and UPS. That wraps up our top revenue producers over the and that is October numbers. We'll be closing out obviously November on Monday, and I'll give those numbers. I appreciate all you guys and the work you're doing, so thank you. On the dash cam note, I know Dale, we meet every Monday between safety and operations, and for the first time we've went over the 80% mark with our fleet, our entire fleet with dash cam. So a big thank you to all the drivers that have implemented these dash cams. As everyone knows, it's been a big push this year, and it will continue to be a push. So if you have any questions on those, we've seen guys as recent as probably this week. I haven't seen them, but I'm sure Dale and Jim have exonerated some guys. I heard a story, I think it was from last week, where there was a lane change. A four-wheeler sideswiped one of our drivers. We did not have a dash cam at the time. The driver was saying that the four-wheeler driver was stating that our driver floated out of his lane. Then once the state trooper arrived, the four-wheeler ended up admitting guilt. So just another reason why to have them. That dash cam set up properly, facing out of the windshield, can verify things like that, even though it's happening behind you, because you are maintaining your lane. And if somebody hits you and claims that you floated out of your lane or you were making an aggressive lane change, if we don't have these dash cameras, we cannot defend ourselves. Another safety piece, make sure the Dale has populated the fourth quarter safety meetings. So go out to Drivers IG, get those safety meetings taken care of so you can get your fourth quarter safety bonus. In terms of freight opportunities, there are several opportunities out there right now with company stores, with agents. I've been talking to a couple agents that are trying to get capacity over the holidays when other agents may be taking a few days off. There's agents out there that are willing to work and load the wagons and work on your behalf. So if you have any questions or aren't, as I always say, aren't making the revenue that you would like to be making right now, don't hesitate to reach out to myself or anybody in Central Dispatch, any of our company stores or agents. They'd be willing to load the trucks. There's several opportunities, on the general freight side, heavy haul, and as we've already stated, on the power only side. National load to truck ratio right now, on the open deck side, is 30-1. That's this week. Dropped down 5 from last week. National average rate per mile is 242. and that's the rate to the customer, not to the truck. So I did a little comparison this morning, and our rate to the truck on average has been fluctuating over the last 90 days between $250 and $260 across general freight, van, and power only. That does not include heavy haul, as that the heavy haul number would impact that number quite a bit with our wind energy, government, and heavy haul guys out there. The last thing that I have is several of you reached out, inquired last month on this call and after the call about UTBA. That is the outfit that drivers can get health benefits through. I talked to Rebecca at UTBA this morning. Open enrollment for those benefits closes on December 15th. I'm going to give a number here for those. I'll give it to you now, and then if anybody needs me to repeat it, just *3 for a question, and I can go ahead and give that. So if you want to get your notepad handy, the number is 877-472-5541. That'll get you to their direct office, and they'll get you to one of their agents. That number again, 877-472-5541. And that Dale, that concludes my update for this month.
Thank you, Chad. So just a reminder, *3 if you have a question or comment. We are getting a couple of people in the queue, and we'll take those questions right when we're done with the Alderman's presentation. Lauren, how are you doing? You ready?
Doing well. Yeah, ready to go.
All right. What do you got?
All right. Well, let's talk about fuel prices here. November by chain. This is kind of the way we came out. The Loves is our biggest chain. We did 35% at all the Loves on an average price of $189.5. Then we have the Fly Jays and the Pilots. Average cost was $196.2. They're coming in at 31.3%. Then we have our friends at TA Petro at $193.03. These are all net after discount prices nationwide, and then they came in about 24%. We're maintaining about 8 to 9% off network, and that doesn't necessarily mean there's no discounts, because there's some locations in here like Sapp Brothers where we have deep discounts, and we just renegotiated all the Cash Magics. The Cash Magics, we're throwing out some like retail less stuff, and those are gone. Now you've got wholesale. So you're going to see much better. Like if you get down in Louisiana, that's basically where they're at. Today, we're looking at market changes on the upside, obviously. A lot of it is more of a geopolitical. We've got a new boss in town. And also the vaccine. When they started announcing the new vaccines for the COVID, obviously the stock markets and the energy markets got their jiggy on, I guess, and they started running it up. And so we've hit records on the stock market. We're ramming this thing back up as we speak today. We're up 4 cents today, so you can expect that to be on your price there Friday. Our extended forecast for December and let's say the first quarter in terms of cents per gallon, you can anticipate anywhere from 4 cents to about 8 cents on the upside. We do have a key moment in that first quarter that can either cause the market to level back down. Hopefully it will some, because it's a turnaround at the refineries where they turn it off from heating oil, diesel, and change their production to gasoline. So, and that comes around the 15th of February. So hopefully we'll see some correction downward at that point. One thing I do want to talk about, because there's a lot of truck stops out there right now that are starting their winterize program, a code for junk. They're putting the cheapest additive in there, and I would caution you to be very careful on their advertised fuel. You're going to pay for it anyway, but pick you up a quality, particularly if you're at the 10 or below. Think about advertising your fuel on your own and get that co-filter plug point, way down, at -10, if you can. And also, speaking of that, in terms of strategy, don't overfill the truck. If you're north of the Mason-Dixon line, and you're going to Georgia or further south, or you're going southwest, don't overfill it. Wait till you get south of that, and you're going to be get a better fuel. One thing advertised fuel does, it affects your coal filter or your flash point. So if you can get below that, you'll like it. Your MPGs will be a lot better. In terms of the owner-operator advisory program, we have added 6 more owners, and we're real excited about bringing those teams on. We're up to 148, and we're excited about that. And just if you need more information of it, about that, please feel free to give me a call. Love to talk to you. My direct number is 479-790-5581. Let me repeat that. Direct number 479-790-5581. And I will tell you, I'm not an 8 to 5 guy. I know you're out there running and you're working hard, so you can call me. If I don't get to the phone, I've had 4 of them since I've been here. I will call you back as soon as I see the light of day. In addition, any of y'all that got the Paycheck Protection loans, most of your banks out there are prepared, and they've got the new 3508 easy application for refund, or actually forgiveness, available. Some of the large third-party ones, like Cabbage and Lindio, are still kind of waiting for instructions. I don't know why, because they're already out there. But the good news is that everyone that I've talked to on the easy form, it is, and I think I talked about this initially. The forgiveness application was 11 pages long, and they were drilling you. But what happened was, back in September, they decided that all recipients of loans under $50,000, they were going to change it to a 2-page application. And trust me, you want to get it when it's ready to go. The newest one is available now. If you want to see a copy of it, just shoot me an email and or a text, and I'll send it to you. It's real easy. It's 2 pages long, and you'll like it. With regards to, we're starting to hear, as soon as these guys can get their acts together, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of this push and pull while people are out there hurting. They are saying that there should be a second wave, and I think we're probably going to need it. But I'm on top of that, and I'm watching it. And if I hear of anything, and if I hear that it's available, I will be shooting a message out to everyone that I know. And so what helps, if you are on the owner-operator advisory, you're a member of that. There's nothing you have to do. It's a free program. You're one of the first that gets to what I know. You find out probably before anybody else. But other than that, all I want to say is I appreciate everything you guys do. If there's anything that we can do on the fuel side of it, or any ideas you have on the owner-operator advisory program, I'm all ears. You're going to find them pretty easy to talk to. I love talking to you guys. And so just feel free to give me a call anytime. And Jim and everybody there at ACE, I really appreciate you including me in these meetings. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure, Lauren. Thank you. One thing, if they do come out with a second round of the PPP, the protection program, we will absolutely ask you to join us and talk through that. I know you were able to help a large number of contractors through that application process, and we really appreciate what you did there. So, yeah, keep us posted on that if you would, so we can educate people if that becomes available again.
I will.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, we're going to head and do another drawing here. We're drawing the Pilot Flying J Yetis So we're going to head here. Our first winner is Charles Malinsky. Congratulations, Charles. You got a Yeti. I'll get your name put on that way you don't have to share it with Cass.
And today's Wind Division Day. That's 2 out of 3.
Government. Yeah.
2 out of 3.
Our next winner is Richard Smith. He's in our Wind Division, getting another pilot flying J Yeti. So we'll get those out to you guys shortly.
Dale, I just had a little more about dash cams. Chad pretty well covered it, but I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's kind of rallied to the call. You know, we've talked a lot about it the last month and a half, and I don't want to bore you with a bunch of statistics, but about 5 weeks ago, excuse me, we were at about 64% of the fleet with cloud-based cameras. Excuse me. As of last week, we're at like 82.5%, so we're over 80% now. Frankly, 40-some of those have cameras. They're just SD card cameras, and we're down to only 54 trucks, which is about 11% of the fleet that don't have a camera at all. So we're going to keep whittling and hopefully get that number down to 0. But thank you, everybody that's listened and cooperated and have agreed to get a camera put in your truck. We really firmly believe it's best for you, for your protection, as well as for ours. So thank you. And if you haven't been contacted or don't have a camera yet, please let us know. We want to keep aggressively getting those cameras in the truck. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely. It feels that goal when we started this year felt very monumental, and now we're starting to see the end of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Late push here, it's really helped us a lot.
Yeah.
We have a couple of callers that's been on the line here for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and take that. So our first caller is Rodney Karsner. Rodney, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good.
How you doing, Rod?
Pretty good. On our way to Salt Lake City.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to know. I wanted to know: is there a cost with this camera or what? We were told it cost $700 or $500.
Yeah, you're in the government division, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of, unfortunate, I guess, for you, kind of fall in a different kind of a rule set. All the general freight trucks, the wind trucks, power-only trucks, are able to get Samsara cloud-based cameras.
Or the Keep Trucking.
Or the Keep Trucking that work in conjunction with the Keep Trucking box. Because of the government bases that you guys go in and out of on a regular basis, you are required to have a camera that is called Hero Certified, which essentially means it has to be certified by the U.S. government. So we've looked at a bunch of, or several, I shouldn't say a bunch, several Hero Certified cameras, which you have to have in order to keep doing what you do, right? And the one that we've decided on is called a Lytx, L-Y-T-X is what it's spelled, Lytx camera. And I don't know that we've actually placed the order yet. If we haven't, we will be very shortly. But yes, those cameras are in the neighborhood of, I think 700 or 750 is the number I heard.
I think it was at 5 something, but you have installation too.
Okay, that's right. 500 and something for the camera and like 250.
Yeah.
A total outlay of like 750.
Yep.
So what we would do, Rod, is we'll pay that and then just settlement deducted over as many months as you want. So if it's $750, let's just say do it over 12 months, that would be $62.50 a month, you know, to help spread that cost out for you. But unfortunately, that's not really a company decision. That's, you know, by virtue of being a satellite cleared team, that's what you guys have to do what you do. So we have to go with a Hero certified camera. So yes, that is the story on those. But as far as everybody else that's listening, that's not the case.
Well, we're not a satellite team because my wife has been waiting 2 years to get her security clearance, which she hasn't got yet, and I don't know why. And we've asked Derek, and we've talked to people to try to help us, and everybody says, oh, our hands are tied, we can't do nothing, so.
Well, I'd be more than happy to look. Okay. Well, we'd have 2 choices then. You could either get the Samsara now, which is fine, but then if your wife's certification comes through, next week, next month, whatever, then you're gonna have to go somewhere and swap out and get the lytics camera. So my personal advice, or if I were in your situation, I would probably go ahead and get the lytics, knowing that your wife's certification is pending. And I'll be more than happy to talk to Derek and Doug and Jim Utley and whoever else I need to see what I can find out about her certification. But if I were in your circumstance, I would go with the lytics, and that way when the certification comes through, you're lined up and ready to go.
So
hey, Rod.
Camera?
Hey, Rod. This is Chad. Are you running a Keep Trucking ELD right now, or what are you running?
Keep Trucking.
Have you got a dash cam currently through Keep Trucking?
No, we got 2 cameras up in the window, one with our GPS and then one that we bought.
Yeah, because, I mean, that Samsara is also going to be an additional cost where the Keep Trucking dash camera, I know you've already got 2 operating, but the Keep Trucking is a cloud-based dash camera. So what I would recommend, and until your wife gets the clearance, I would operate that Keep Trucking dash camera because it is a cloud-based dash camera should there be any incident, and that comes with the Keep Trucking box. So we can have Jason give you a call and get one to you if that's would be easier, and it's literally not a cost associated with it.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Chad. I didn't think to ask about the ELD, but you're 100% right, Rod. If you've got Keep Trucking, we'll just send you a Keep Trucking camera, and you'd be good to go.
Yeah, just plug it in.
Just plug into like the Keep Trucking does, or what?
Yep. It's a USB connection.
Okay.
So
we'll
call you this
now.
afternoon. Yeah, that's fine. My bad. I didn't ask about your ELD device, but if that's what you've got, that's absolutely the smart play for now.
Actually, we're not in the government division. We're in the FedEx division.
Okay, gotcha. You and a bunch of other people right now.
Yeah. Just know you're on Doug's board.
All right. We'll call you this afternoon then and get a Keep Trucking camera out to you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be home next month.
End of December?
Yeah, our last day here will be the 18th of December at FedEx, and then we're going to head home. We've been doing this for almost 6 months.
Wow. All right. Well, enjoy your home time when you get home. Have a happy Thanksgiving and stay safe, and look forward to some couch time after December 18th, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Rod.
Thanks, Rod.
All right. We got another call. Al Miller. Al, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great.
What's going on now?
Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys.
You as well.
Same to you, buddy.
Hey,
What's your question?
Well, it's not a question. I just wanted to make a quick statement. It has to do with safety. Is the guys that are running FedEx, which is what I'm doing as well. Please slow down in these FedEx facilities because it really makes Ace Doran look bad, and there's no need to rush. I'm not going to call out any names or anything like that, but you guys know who you are if you're listening. Just slow down. It's easier, and we get done a lot faster. And we are the
that's definitely good
professional
advice.
side, so.
Even though you think you're gaining time, you end up in an accident, you'll spend more time exchanging insurance information, calling claims, and it's definitely more time consuming.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it's good of you to point that out. We appreciate that for sure.
Oh, it's no problem. And like I say, I mean, there's a lot of, especially now with all the holidays coming up, everything's getting very hectic in these terminals. And there's a lot of different companies, and there's a lot of different people running through there that are not, very good truck drivers, I guess you could say. And it's just adding to the fire when you see somebody flying through the parking lot, you look up and you see Ace Doran on the side of their truck. So
yeah, we definitely don't like you said, like Dale said, and you said, it's a safety issue for one, but for two, you know, you guys, everybody does such a great job of representing us out on the road. And frankly, Ace Doran has a very, very good reputation, as you all know, and we want to do everything we can do to keep that up. So, amen to what you're saying.
All right.
Yeah,
thank you for calling, Al.
that was all I had to say. Hey, no problem. Thank you. You guys have a good Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Al.
You too, Al. Safe.
Bye-bye. All right, we're going to go ahead and do another drawing right now. So we got two $50 gift cards we're going to give away right now. So my first winner is Barry Wilson. Barry, I think, just started here, a couple months ago?
Yeah, he's a newbie.
Yeah, congratulations, sir.
Bob Wilson's brother.
Bob Wilson's brother. And then Richard Clark, our other winner. So we will get those mailed out to you here shortly, gentlemen. So we have no one else left in queue. Go ahead and wrap this up. Just wanted to thank everyone again for joining us and just appreciate all that everyone does, and we're very grateful.
Absolutely. So I'll close that out too. Again, I just would ask you all to remember our good friends and family that are affected by this COVID thing. It's very real, and so please keep those people in your prayers. And additionally, would ask you, we've got a lot of drivers and contractors that are out working over this holiday, and please keep them in your prayers and keep them safe as well. So again, thank you to all of you, contractors, agents, employees. Ace Doran is rocking it these days, and it's all a tribute to all of you. So thank you all very, very much, and happy Thanksgiving.